Hello, good evening and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio, Matchday 3 for all the teams that are properly ran in Scottish football. Join myself, Fox, here on the panel is Bridgeman and Stardog. Evening, gents.
Can I say a big good evening to you guys? Huge good evening to you guys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
No, Stardog's having problems. Bridge, I believe we've got the team, mate.
I've got the team right here. As soon as I'll fire it back up again because I had to shut it down. Sorry. Right, the team is McLaughlin, Tavernier, Goldson, Balogun and Barisic, Kamara, Jack and Aribo, Hadji, Kent and Morelos. The substitutes are Firth, Bassey, Helander, Patterson, Arfield, Davis, Barker, Itten and Roof.
All right, Bridge, so the same team as the weekend, but
just about, yeah.
Roof's come in on the bench. Stardog, you with us now, mate?
I'm with you, mate. Yep, sorry about that. Had a wee mishap there before the show started. Aye, Austria, same team as St Mirren, obviously, with Roof coming in onto the bench. Maybe he'll make his wee debut tonight. But look, it's a strong team, mate. It's a winning team we've got out there. It's won the last 2 games. So we'll just need to wait and see what happens, mate.
That's no surprise to me. Is it a surprise to you, Bridge? No massive changes. 3-0 win at home.
Not surprised at all, pal. Not surprised.
Stardog?
Nah, no surprise, mate. Like I say, winning team. We've been playing some good football, scoring goals without conceding. So, aye, no surprise at all, Austria.
The funny thing is, Stardog, I think most of the people will be talking about wanting to see Roof tonight. That'll be the sort of the big story, if you like. Are we going to see this boy? Are we going to see Meriton? Yeah?
Well, that's the thing, isn't it, mate? When you sign what you would call a big signing, which he is for me, the fans just want to see him on the park, mate, with the jersey on to see what he's all about, and hopefully we can maybe get 20-25 minutes out of the boy tonight. I didn't actually think we would see him. I thought the game would maybe came a bit too soon, but I will take a wee cameo off the bench tonight just to get a wee deck at him.
Aye, me too. Bridgeman?
Yeah, sorry about that delay there, pal. Yeah, I'm quite happy to look at. I'm looking ahead to see everything that's going to happen tonight. Same selection is really good. That's a bit of steadiness for the team and the club. And now the guys have got to come on and they've got to actually push and push and push. But I'm really looking forward to this game. Seriously looking forward to this game. And I'm looking for a good victory for us. And Mr. Roof to come on and score.
So the team, Bridge, people want to join us. What's the number?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
What's the number, Stardog?
The number is 0141 356 1972.
I've joined the Skype at rangersradio.online. We brought in a call about Old School Blue, who's been supported by our executive producer, Fox. Every day he gives himself a new title, Bridge.
Oh.
Shocker, that man, isn't he? An absolute shocker.
Yesterday was the producer, then the day he says, no, I'm the executive producer.
Yeah.
He must have been watching the end of a movie and seen all the things that come through.
Aye. So that's what we should start doing at every radio show. We should get credits to Fox up instead of the song, shouldn't we? The executive producer.
The films he watches, he never usually sees the end.
Aye. Aye.
Anyway, I think the guys, obviously, we were a wee bit negative about the midfield, but we've scored 4 goals now and conceded none. If you carried that through at the end of you'd have about plus 80 goal difference, Bridge, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I want 3 points tonight. I desperately want the club, the team to go out there, do the business and get us 3 points. Score as many goals as you can, of course, and the more the merrier. But get us 3 points. That's the number one. 3 points. I'm
minimum 2-0 for me, Stardog, because I think it's a boost for the support just to see sitting top of the pile.
Aye. I said 1-0 last night, Austria. But, you know, we've got to really go out and put a show on the night for the fans. We all know that who's not playing the night and when they will be playing next. And we've got to capitalise on that for us. 3 points, mate. Nothing less for me tonight. I would love to get 3 or 4 tonight, Austria, just to put a real marker down, just to show that we actually mean business this season, mate. You know, for me, a 3-4 victory would be brilliant.
See if you do roll over a team, Bridge, do you think you can psychologically affect them for the next time, or do you think game of football is a game of football?
I think it's you put down a marker against whatever team you're playing. If you absolutely give them an absolute doing, then the next time they're going to play you, they're going to have a massive turnaround in their psyche, and be up for everything, or they're going to just go into their own shell and just defend and defend and defend. Because that's what it's about. It's about confidence. It's about being cocky on the park and doing your business, and do it with style and
confidence, mate. Confidence.
Exactly.
By the way, I've got to take my hat off to St Mirren. I thought it was really good to them testing the Broomloan stand for us to see if we can get people back into the game. Stardog when they played on Sunday, they playing that deep.
Aye. They did us a favour, mate, didn't we? No, look, they were really, really deep, but I expect very much the same for St Johnstone tonight. I think, St Johnstone always make the game hard for us last year, don't they? They like to get everybody behind the ball. They're a real physical team. They win their battles, and then they'll try and push on the last 10, 15 minutes and try and get a goal. But that only happens if Rangers can't break them down and beat the so-called, what is it we call it here, the block hawks, yeah? Time to beat the block, so... The night, that's what Rangers have got to do. They know the task that's in front of them, mate. It's going to be the same at every home game at Ibrox this year. They're just going to have to go out and do it. As I say, 3 or 4 goals would be superb tonight, mate, to be top of the pile.
What I will say to you, Bridge, is people might have criticised us. We should have created a bit more, but I think when we look at the stats, the cold light of day, we had enough shots in target on Sunday. It was like a primary school team, mate, wasn't it?
It was indeed. It was like the Boys Brigade versus the Life Boys, And that's basically what it was. You're playing at 2 levels, 3 levels, 4 levels above you, and there is no way that team should have got in out of that game at all. I'm actually raging that they got a free kick in the edge of the box, which is actually I heard some folks saying that could have been a penalty, but no for me. However, they got there and they got close to the goalkeeper, made the keeper make 2 saves, and they should never have happened. It should never have happened. They were just miles away from us. I mean, seriously, miles away, which is good for us. Good for us. We need to score the goals, but.
All right, people want to join us. Give us predictions. What they think of the team staying the same. What's the number, Stardog?
The number is 0141 356 1972.
Where else can they join us, Bridge?
They can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online, and Old School Blue or Fox will bring them in and look after them. Enjoy yourself.
All right, Fox made a bold prediction for the team last night. Obviously, I think it was a popular team that he put out there, a real offensive team, so I'm going to bring him in. Please, if you don't mind standing up when the executive producer enters the room.
Do we bow, Oxshare, or do we just stand up?
Mate. He'll get another title after this. And then
just tug the forelock, pal. Just tug the forelock.
No. Salute when I come in.
Oh, salute, okay.
He gets another title tomorrow. Stardog, you might have to kiss his ring.
Oh.
That'll be right. I'll not be kissing the rings.
How we doing, Foxy? You're no surprised, same team, are you?
I am actually. I definitely thought we could have seen Itten and Roof tonight. I gave you my team last night, which I thought would be absolutely sensational. But the managers went with the tried and tested. And they played well enough for me on Sunday, so can't he complain?
I'm no surprised, Fox. I liked your team. I think Stardog loved it, didn't you?
Oh, I liked it, mate. Aye, that just looked like a right dangerous team, mate. There was goals all that front 4 or 5, should you even say? Every day apart from Ryan Jack going forward in that team was a goal threat for me, Oxshare. And I think, games like I say at Ibrox, we should be experimenting with this. I would like to see more attacking players on the park. But again, you can't take folk off the park, mate, that's been in a winning team for the past 2 weeks and no conceded a goal. So I think maybe that's just about waiting on the right time to do that. The new, mate, it's just all about getting the winning team on the park and getting the points, isn't it?
Aye. We've got some firepower on that bench, Bridge.
Yeah, it's a good bench. Smashing. I'm looking forward to the boy Roof coming on, and I think most Rangers fans are. Let's see what he's like, what he's got, and of course the boy. What's his? How did he pronounce his surname again? Eton, whatever it is, right? So I'm really keen on. We're all keen on seeing him as well. Big bulky boy, see what he can do.
He looked quite powerful in his cameo on Sunday Stardog, didn't he? Never done a lot, but he looked powerful enough.
Well, I mean, we spoke on the show, mate, about saying, the service wasn't really that good, and once the 5 substitutes come on, it more or less kind of killed the game. It was a stalemate after that Oxford, but there was that one moment where we get the ball on the left-hand side, and you seen him busting a gut to get in the box, and he just flung himself at the ball, didn't he? So, it likes to get in about that, mate, and he's got a bit of physicalness to him, so you can't ask for much more. I'd like to see the two boys tonight at some point, providing that, it's the right score. Either way, they're going to come on anyway, I'd imagine, whether we're drawing one each or whether we're up 3-0, but it would be good to see the two of them coming on and seeing what kind of look they're going to give the team up share.
I'm either be in contention for a start on the weekend. That's what they'll be trying to get in the team.
Well, it's a fight for shirts in there, mate, isn't it? You can't be here unless you're wanting to fight for the jersey, and that's just standard as a Rangers player, so I expect nothing less for the two of them, mate.
Aye, here. Bridgeman, competition for places. You've got to get in the team first and foremost.
Oh yes, and when you're given a jersey, you need to actually think about it and think really, really hard. Do I want this jersey? And if I want it, I must raise my game, get out there and do everything the manager's picked me for, and be aware of everything. And if you can actually get a grip of yourself, that is, and get a good hold of the ball and use it, all you need is 2 or 3 passes. You know that. I know the football you've played at the amateur level type thing. Good passes make the game. They make the game. Good passes make the game. Make people aware of you, and they're going to have to go tighter on you, and you can easily walk away from them and things like that. Just you've got to do the passes. Got to be done.
But they've got to be the right passes, Bridger.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's what dictates the level of player. When you play against somebody who's a different class for you, you just seem to do the right thing all the time, and it always looks so easy, doesn't it?
It does indeed. And, when you say you play against people who are, shall we say, actually know that you're right, not the same level or the same class as you, and it's your duty, even though they're not as good as you, you need to make sure that they can't beat you in any way, shape or form. They can't beat you. And just, if you want to take the mickey, but don't be surprised if they do beat you when you do that. So just be confident and do what you've got to do properly.
All right, we've enjoyed being Andy for Leeds. Evening, Andy.
Evening. How you doing, everybody? Okay?
Hi, Andy.
Hi, Andy.
Aye. Yeah, I think the team's more or less is what is going to go. I liked Fox teams last night. I thought that was a good team he lined out there, but it looks like he's going to stay. I'm just looking at now. I mean, now that the filth over there and got us in trouble, now it's a good marker now for Rangers to sit down and get these points, as many goals as well, so we can hit them on both angles. Get the points we can in front, get as many goals, get some pressure on them. What I'm going to look over the next 2 or 3 games while they're off with great interest is, when we've usually come to the push over the last 2 years, we've fallen down. Now, we've got a great chance. We don't have to be looking over our shoulders at the moment and seeing what they're doing. All we've got to do is go out each game, taking it 1 game at a time, do the business, and then let's see what they're about then. Because that's all we've got to do, I think, in my opinion. But don't blow it, for Christ's sake, don't blow it. Just get the points first, but hopefully with plenty of goals. That's the way I'd like to see it go.
First and foremost, 3 points. The goals is a bonus, Andy.
Yeah, but I'd like to have them on both sides, if you get what I mean, because I think they're going to crack here somewhere. There's something going to major happen with them. They've lost their plot then. Now, it's up to Rangers now, just to keep the heat, look at the situation and say, right, come on, we've got a chance here. Let's get this sorted. Get them under the cosh straight away. Because they can't do nothing for the next 2 or 3 games. We can. So come on, let's get the job done. That's all I'm saying.
How's that brother of yours?
Oh, he's all right. He keeps leaving his phone in the kitchen. Like, I don't think he wants to talk to me anyway now.
He's a wise man.
But, he probably is, aye. No, he's okay. He's doing okay. I've just, a day like, I've just been looking at the official Rangers stuff. Like, I've just picked a load of stuff out there and sent it along to the lassie there. So look, that's what I'm wanting here. So there's a couple of £100 there straight away, and then so I'm looking forward to that next week and get a good few bits of merchandise to bring back down the road.
I believe they've only got small mediums left, mate.
Aye, well that's a worry for me. Well, like I said, with the way I got down to large, but the saying goes size up, aren't they? So I'll have to.
I don't know if I'd be able to
Right.
squeeze into a small medium.
We'll be all right with these sizes, Bridge, but other people might struggle.
Listen, with a badge on it, I'll fit into him. Don't worry about that. I'll just put my stomach in like yeah.
I think the only thing Castor will do that'll fit me is the socks.
Well, I'm going for them. I've already got some of them.
Maybe a hat.
And a hat, yeah. I'll definitely be having them. And the sliders. They call it sliders.
Oh, sliders, Stardog sliders.
I'll be having some of them as well, like, yeah.
See, that's where I don't have any trouble. I'm built at the side of a fiver, so it's a medium boys for me.
Whatever floats your boat, mate. What I mean? Everybody.
Go yourself, Stardog.
Rangers for everybody and anybody, Stardog. Whatever floats your boat, mate.
I seen your wee video there yesterday, Star.
What's that?
I said, I seen your video there yesterday. You had me in stitches there, like
Andy, it's went viral. It's went viral.
I must have seen it about 10 or 12 times. Like, every time you put it, flash onto the stream, like, you're coming up there, they'll keep clicking onto it, like, you know what I mean? Oh, brilliant.
Just a bit of banter, mate.
Aye.
I'm no Ashcombe, Stardog. I wouldn't do that to you, mate.
I'm telling you, we'll not talk any more Oxford. You know the score here. We don't talk about that subject on Rangers Radio.
Everybody's got an Achilles heel. How's the game going to go, Andy?
I think we'll win by 2 or 3 goals. To be honest with you, like I mean, they've been dodgy with us over the last 2 seasons. I think they've got a draw up, is it, Ibrox? But no, I think tonight. You usually get a vibe, don't you? But I'm not getting it tonight. I mean, I'm looking for 2 or 3. I mean, I'd like to see him get 4 or 5, like, you know what I mean. But yeah, I think they'll be all right. Get that first goal, 15 minutes. Get about them. Break this wall down that we're going to be facing, and we'll be okay. I mean, I'm just, like I said, I'm intrigued now because I want to see whether we've got the right mentality now. They're not playing it. It's in our hands now to really sit down and marker here because. Like, they might have the games in hand, but the points in the bag are better than the games in hand. Yeah? That's the way I'm seeing it, so come on.
Aye, you're right. Well, enough about them, but it's all about us tonight, and it's all about you out there and getting a result. Anyway, we've been joined by another caller, evening caller.
All right, lads, how you doing?
All right, George. How we doing, George?
I am happy, man. I just wish, to be honest with you, that Arthur was playing tonight, because Arthur gives you goals. You know what I mean? Rather than Kamara.
He's made
happy
offensive.
anyway, you know what I mean?
Were you surprised? I wasn't actually surprised. It's the same team, George.
I wasn't surprised, man. I mean, I seen the team tonight. I was like, man, I thought, well, he's not going to. They won 3-0 on Saturday, man. So at the end of the day, man, I mean, keep it together. At the end of the day, man, always thinking that Arthur gives you goals now, and he shoots outside the box and all. And he does score. Last year, did score a few good goals for us. Let's be honest about it.
He's more an offensive player than Kamara. That's fair. Start dog.
At the end of the day, all right, on you go.
I think, Oxford, we were talking about the midfield on here last week, mate, and it wasn't a complaint that the midfield were bad. We were just complaining that maybe sometimes weren't fast enough, but they looked after the ball well, mate. They held possession, they won their tackles. It would be hard, mate, to drop Glenn Kamara and Ryan Jack now, even though we've had our complaints, but we weren't saying they're rotten, get them out of the team. We were complaining that, they don't move the ball fast enough, or they don't shoot often enough, mate. So it's only wee things that we're looking to improve on them. We're not looking to get rid of them or replace them with Arfield or anything like that. It does give you goals, mate, but Arfield's appearances will be very few and far between for me this season. Yes, George?
I'm just nitpicking, mate. You know what I'm talking about?
Aye.
I think we all do that, George. I think we're all comfortable with that. I'll tell you what does happen to you as a football player. You become a better player when you're knowing the team with the support of Richmond.
And it's kind of strange, that, isn't it? When you're knowing the team and the fans all want you on and things like that.
They share it to you for 6 weeks, then you're injured for 6 weeks, and then they all want you back in the team.
Want you back on, aye. Well, he would have done that. He'd have did such and such, It's quite strange that. Well, it's a phenomenon, isn't it? It's a wee phenomenon among the fans. I think it's I think I'm not too keen. I have to be honest. I'm not too keen on Arfield at the moment. There's something no right with Arfield at the moment. I don't know whether he's got a wee bit lull in his fitness or something like that. But I'm quite keen on. I quite like the midfield as we have it at the moment. I quite like that. I like Kamara, and I like Jack. I like the job that they do. I've got no any complaints about the Rangers team, other than my critique when I see it, glaring mistakes type of thing, But I think we've done very well where we are now. And the only thing I ask of the Rangers players is go out, show them who you are, and take 4, 5, 6, whatever number of goals you can take after them, and get me 3 points.
So the revelation so far in the league games has been the big centre back. Anybody disagree with that? That he's helped with his speed has helped push us up the park a bit.
I'd agree with that, Oxford.
Aye, Big Leon's been a find.
Yeah, I think Oxford in the midfield on if he doesn't see movement in front of him in the midfield, what I like about him is he's no fear just to drive into the space and make things happen himself, mate. He looks a commanding centre back. He's fast. He can win headers. He can do it all, mate. I'm actually happy with the spine. Looking at the night, mate, if you look right down the middle of the team, you've got McLaughlin, you've got Balogun, you've got Aribo, and then you've got Alfie up top, mate. So the spine looks solid to me tonight, mate, and that's 4 players that have been good for us so far last season. 4 are better players, mate. I know this is only McLaughlin's second start, but he's been solid, mate. And then the pre-season friendlies as well. He's not conceded a goal, the big man. So I'm happy with the spine of the team tonight, Oxford.
All right, Bridgeman. Some people might have joined us. So do you want to dig out the team, brah?
Right, give it a second. Right, and the team is McLaughlin in goal, Tavernier, Goldson, Balogun, Barisic, Kamara, Jack and Aribo, Hadji, Kent and Morelos. Got substitutes: Firth, Bassey, Helander, Patterson, Arfield, Davis, Barker, Itten and Roof.
All right, how are we lining up? Is it 4-3-3 or is it 4-2-3-1?
4-3-3 for me.
Starting.
Hadji, Wine. Sorry.
Aye, I'll be fizzing tonight if I see Joe Aribo on the right hand side, mate. It's got to be 4-2-3-1, and if you're doing that, Joe Aribo's got to play through the middle, Ox.
I agree. George?
I agree with Stardog. Totally, 100%. Agree with that.
Is Andy, has Aribo been my best player this season?
Aribo for me, definitely. I think he's been brilliant.
He's got that X factor, isn't he?
He certainly has. Like I said, as Shug said that last year, he said, no, this will be his season. Like, and it's up to press, it's looking that way. And that's for the big centre half. I mean, I never thought I'd hear Shug say that, but he's actually saying Golson's playing a hell of a lot better, like, under him, and I think he's steadying him a wee bit. I hope I'm not tempted fate there with him, like, but
I've got a theory on Golson, mate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's played that much football for us. The chances are he might have been carrying something, just a wee knock, but still played every week. So that 4-month half gave him a chance to refresh his batteries because he looks a better player than what he did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the thing is, Ox, can we get him to go all the way through the season? Like my theory, as I've said to you before, is I think he worries about his chest because there were a few occasions last season. Like, I like his study as well, and he does a lot of grimacing, and you sort of worry anybody with something like that with a heart, like at that kind of intensity, the way we play in Scottish football. It could be that, but I'm hoping you're right and I'm wrong because. We don't want to be panning the players. We know what they are. We know what they're capable of doing. We just want them all to be on the same page this season, take us to where we want to be, and then we'll all be happy. I mean, can you imagine this team getting through and we win the league? They'll actually go down as all-time greats. I mean, you look at them, geez, you wouldn't put them in any of the brackets of the people we watch, but if they stop them this season, you'd be wanting to know the posters and the pictures and everything, wouldn't you? Well,
we're not trying to stop anything, mate. We're just trying to win 55.
Well, that's right, yeah. Definitely. Well, they're only going for one anyway, aren't they? So let's
who do you keep talking about?
I know.
Aye, but the part of the equation. The part of the equation. Don't kid myself on that. We've got to make sure that we get on top of them.
Andy. We know not of who you speak. Our job hasn't changed, mate. Now, see, no matter what happens earlier side of the city, our job as Rangers Football Club's always to win games and always to win leagues, mate. It doesn't change. No matter if they've got games or not, it never changes for us, mate. It's a great incentive for the night, But it doesn't change your job or outlook and things, mate. You know, we're just trying to bring home a title at what any year. Doesn't matter about them. We know not of who you speak.
Yes, well, I'll stand corrected, Stardog. I'll stand corrected.
You better watch, Andy. I'll make a video about you.
Oh, yeah, I'll watch it. See, when I'm up there, like I said, I'll give him a chasing the last time I got him. No chasing him. I think he took 10 balls of kite out of me, like, yeah. So I'll just let him, if he wants to say what he wants to say, I'll just agree. There you go. No, so I'll kidding aside, though. No, you're right what you're saying. But like I say, I just want it so much. You know where I'm coming from.
I would do. George, but I don't want my centre halves to be men in a match when we're playing St Johnstone at Ibrox. I want my centre forward and my suppliers to be the man in the match, yeah?
100%, mate, 100%. And that's what I'm going for tonight. I'm going for a 3-0. And I went 2 for Alfie. And I hope Kemmer Roof's going to come on, bang a cracker in and off. Make it 3.
All right, okay. I'd take that, mate. I had to go for 5 because somebody scored my score. I was going for 4-0.
Yeah, Keith's team last night was absolutely superb.
Fox. Well, he's taking this role very serious now that he's become the executive producer.
You
Take 5.
Oh, I see what I mean. You just mentioned executive producer and their peers. Will you be interviewing for a secretary, Fox?
No, Nurse Gladys gets that appointment right away.
Nurse Gladys.
What do you think of St Johnson? They started off with a 1-1 draw. I think it was Tannadice went a goal behind and then Part1 back again with their captain. I think it was Liam Craig. They've got some interesting young players on their side. I like the wee boy Ali McCann, who plays on the right-hand side of midfield. They've got Craig Conway, winger, who interested us a few years ago, if I remember right, under Ali. Good crosser of the ball, and a young boy, Callum Kennedy, up front. Be interesting. I think they'll go a 3-6-1. And they'll just crowd the boats and look for a breakaway.
3-6-1.
Flood the midfield.
Will number 29 be playing for them in?
He's suspended, mate, sent off in the last game.
Oh, good. That's a good bit of good luck. And what about Jason Holt? Because I believe he's signing for them.
I think he's signing for Livingston, mate.
Oh, is it Livingston? Oh, sorry, pal. Sorry.
I think it's Livingston, yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're more right than that, that's for sure.
You can't take it away from me, Holt. He's had a good career, isn't he?
I don't think he's even that old now. I think he's only about 27, Jason Holt, isn't he?
I think he ran his legs and he got to the end of whatever road his talent could take him, as far as Rangers are concerned. I've got no complaints about him. He gave it everything he could to Rangers. He took a lot of batterings against Celtic and physical batterings and wasn't protected at all. But I had great admiration for the young lad, and he did everything he could. He's obviously not going to be a main Rangers player ever. That was for sure.
Just getting back to him, mate, I know it was a great day. Me, you and Fox we were all together, but when we won that game at the semi-final, and him and Halliday, they were excellent in the midfield that day, but we gave them 4-year contracts 2 weeks later. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. 4-year contracts. Anyway, we'll be joined by JFK. Evening, JFK.
Evening, Trips. How you all doing?
Jimmy boy.
What's your language tonight? I know Bridge has been teaching you some bad words.
Sorry, I'm a bit late. I'm just reading tonight's Matchday programme. What a wonderful gesture. Rangers, all season ticket holders who are on the virtual season ticket will receive a free Rangers programme. Just download and read. It's absolutely wonderful. Rangers must be the first club today. Absolutely fantastic, mate. So anybody that's on the Rangers website, get an email from and you get your free.
You still did a half-time quiz?
I've not got right through it, mate. I'm not getting right through it.
Can I ask a question, Jimmy, on those programmes?
Yes.
Is it true that Rangers have signed a contract with
Bridgeman? We'll be discussing it in our evening.
Okay, that's cool.
It's a pre-match show. The name's on the tin.
Anyway,
Don't
just I digress. I was sitting reading that, so I was late in. But it's very, very good, guys. So if you've got a virtual season ticket, you'll have an email that'll tell you to download the programme. So I'm hoping the Rangers do that for every game. On to the game tonight, guys. Same team. With one wee addition in the pool. With Kemar Roof as on the bench. I'm all right with that, guys. I'm happy with that. I think Kemar Roof will get a run out sometime during the game. So I'm happy with the team. Obviously, Alan McGregor's maybe got a worse injury than we thought. Maybe I'm reading too much into that. No, I'm happy with that team. Yeah.
Oh, he's no strip, so
No, first is in the bench. Aye.
You know, so hopefully, Alan, it's nothing too serious, and it maybe just a wee muscle injury that needs a rest. Stardog, yeah.
Aye, Oxford, you know, we've covered it in detail, mate. You know, we're happy with Big John McLaughlin in the nets. He seems solid enough. He's got plenty of experience. He's somebody that's been running the block and all, mate. But obviously, Alan McGregor, for me, is still the main man. It would be great to get him back. But look, I'm no bothered or worried about Big McLaughlin in the nets. I think he's sound.
I've got to be honest with you, so far, go to Bridgman, and then Andy, I've got to say that John McLaughlin looks a fine as well, steady keeper.
I don't think he'll let Rangers down. I think he looks up. I saw him twice, and he's looked really, really good in goal. Quite confident. I don't think he's as good as McGregor, may I say, but I think he'll make a fine goalkeeper and a good stand-in for McGregor. And he'll probably get about 3 or 4 years out of him if we decide to keep him, you know. But I think he'd be a really good find and do the business for us. I think so.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I think he's a good goalkeeper. I think he's better than most. I don't think you'd worry if the big Shaggy was injured at any time for him coming in. Obviously, the big man needs to be in goals if possible, because I think he's worth 15 points a season to us. But you wouldn't worry so much to know that if the Shaggy's not in sticks and he was in, you'd say, well, okay, we feel confident enough going forward there, though. That's how I would say that with that guy. I think he's a good goalkeeper. He had a cracking game against us a couple of years back, you know. I'm pretty sure he did. He was pulling off save after save him when he played for them. Hearts.
When he played with the Hearts,
I think he was, everything that moved that day he was saving. So, no, no problem with him. I think he'll be a good goalie.
He's looked a good find, George.
Aye. I think he's an able deputy to McGregor. I don't do. I've seen so far I've got nothing to complain about, and I also think he's a very good distributor of the ball, passing it about when he passes it out. He always seems to find the man. Occasionally he makes a wee bit of a blunder, man, but the majority of the time he seems to find his man. And any shots and goal, he's been great. No complaints.
Aye, me, Earl. JFK?
Aye, I've said it the last couple of weeks here, Oxford. I'm quite happy with John McLaughlin. I like Ford as a goalkeeper, but I was a wee bit. I didn't like the way he played with the ball at his feet. I never rated Alwick at all, mate. It was a bomb scare for me. But yeah, it'll do for me. I'm happy with John McLaughlin as a stand-in for Alan McGregor. So yep, it'll do for me, mate. Get confidence in him.
All right, mate. Who was it said a able deputy? I could have put it better myself, George. Yep. Right. A lot of talk about Morelos. He was never going to play for the Rangers again. There he's his third league game on the trot, fourth game of the season since it started. What did the media know, Stardog?
Oh, listen, the media don't know anything, mate. I see Alfredo Morelos has been talking to Colombian media today or whatever, and they'd released a wee statement. And I actually found comforting what he'd said, mate. He said, look, basically we all know I've got aspirations to play. There's clubs in for me, you know, in other leagues and things like that. But until anyone comes in with a bid that Rangers feel sufficient, I'm only thinking about Rangers. And that's all you need to hear for that wee guy, mate. He had a smile on his face at the weekend, 2 goals again. I wouldn't mind another 2 tonight, Oxford. But I mentioned the spine of the team, you know, from McLaughlin right through to Morelos, mate, Aribo and Balogun. You know, I think we've got a really, really strong spine, mate, and I like it.
Aye, there's a bit of physicality there.
Yeah.
Bridgman, aye, he's a bit of it. Don't know. Maybe we've lacked that, but we're getting it. When Morelos comes out of the team, we never have physicality because Defoe's a different kind of player. Now we've got it on. We know we're looking for a tight midfield, but now we'll get central defenders. We've got a Swedish internationalist who can't get in our team now.
Yeah, And isn't it strange that the Swedish international was my favourite, and I really like to we bought him, and I still like him. But I think that big Balogun will take some beating. He's just really, it looks a really good find, and it makes a really good tackle. Where he stretches a leg out really well, and that's tremendous. And I think Helander will struggle to get back in there, because I think that both, I said it the other night, I think that both Goldson and Balogun will be the mainstay of our team for a while yet.
Well, Helander comes back in. Both of them can play in the right, mate. So it's a great position to be in, JFK. Yeah?
Definitely, mate. Look, I think apart from anybody that we can add to the team in the coming weeks, I think that the team's coming across great, building up well, mate, and I'm happy with that. And it'll be interesting to see if Roof gets a game tonight, and it'll show how the strength and depth we have got. So let's see how they play tonight. I mean, I was talking to Graham last night after we come off and that, and we're talking about this Foxy's what he'd said, and I thought, I would maybe go with that. He said the same.
Excuse me, the executive producer, as he's now known.
Oh, wait a minute, is it from producer to executive producer?
The executive producer.
Overnight?
Absolutely.
He must be doing something right. I wonder what that is.
And you have to salute him. You have to salute him. You have to salute him when he walks in the room, Jimmy.
Absolutely. Headed notepaper when he writes to you.
Oh,
wow.
Tip my hat off to him. No, the pool of players we've got in New Yorkshire is a great pool of players, as we know, but it'd be still nice to add to it. But that team tonight is a very, very strong team, and the bench is very, very strong. And it'll be interesting to see how Alfredo reacts tonight. Another 2 goals for him tonight would do me nicely, and the same as everybody else. So, yeah, I think we've got strength and depth, but we still need to add to it, mate. And I think
you never stand still. George, we've came a long way in a relatively short space of time under Stevie G. He came in there. He had very little players to work with, and has been a revolution. It wasn't quite the soonest revolution because of shortage of silverware, but he has done some job. We've got to be honest.
Oh, come on, man! It's night and day, isn't it, man? Let's be honest about it. A few years back, man, the players we were buying a lot of them are duds, you know what I'm talking about, let's be honest about it. But they weren't good enough to grace the Rangers jersey, in my opinion. But the way it is now, this team look up for it, man, and I think they know 100% that we need to go all out and get that 55. We need to do it. And this team look able, in my opinion, they're able to do it.
Aye, it's true, Stardog. Yeah. I mean, I just thought of that with Helander. Swedish internationalist, mate. Can't get on my feet.
Aye. I mean, look, mate, am I right in saying, looking back, when Gerrard came in, he had Morelos, Tav and Jack. That was all I had to work with. Because everybody else is gone. Everybody else is gone, Solskjaer, And we looked at the centre. He came in straight away. He strengthened the centre-back positions. Then we brought Borna in. He came on to a great game last season. And just bit by bit, mate, we're just fixing it. We're just slowly tweaking the team, mate, and we're slowly getting there. But we're there now. I reckon we've got a right good core. A solid teammate there to be going on and winning something this season, 100%, mate. You've got to look at that team now and think, where were we 2 seasons ago? And look at that player, 11 for 11. And honestly, mate, the teams of the past, when they get near this team, you look at the European run and all, it speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Here, mate. Here. GFK. Oh, lost GFK. Andy.
Yeah, I think strength-wise, they're looking better. Like I said, just get that confidence and that belief in playing for that great shot of ours, and a good, strong midfield player that we're asking for. I think we'll be all right, and I think your man Morales, I think he'll take off again now. He had been on that barren spell. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops a couple a night, and on he goes. Like you say, we've got a fixed price. Listen, he'll not be going anywhere, him, at all, unless Rangers' valuation comes up the way.
I'm just going to quickly give you the team for 3 seasons ago today. If I had time, I'd get you to name it, but it was Foderingham, Tavernier, Cardozo, Hodgson, Alves, Jack, Dorrans, Windass, Candias, Kenny Miller, and Alfredo Morelos. The substitutes were Danny Wilson, Herrera, and Pina.
There you go.
Zach Alney, Rossiter, Cranshaw, and Jason Holt.
Wow.
That gives you the fear, that, doesn't it?
Anyway, gents, we've reached that time of the evening. Bridgeman, give us a wee shout out.
Oh, what can I say? It's all there for us for tonight. We have to concentrate, get out there and do it, Rangers. Come on, every single one is. Keep it going for the Rangers, because the Rangers really need us. All these Rangers supporters have to do it. Keep it going. Keep it going for the Rangers. Give us 4.
This has been Rangers Radio. Can I thank Andy? Can I thank George? Bridgeman, JFK, Stardog for joining us, of course. Old School Blue on the technicals, and of course, the executive producer who never lets us down. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back celebrating the Rangers victory approximately 15 minutes after the final whistle. Take it away, Old School Blue.
We are the Rangers FC. We are the people, you better believe. We are together, we're doing the bouncy all over the world. We had our troubles, but now they are gone. They tried to kill us, but the Bears we stood strong. We are together, doing the bouncy all over the world. Lucia by Bronx for Lancer 3. Follow, and God save the Queen. You'll hear us singing, doing the bouncy all over the world. In Barcelona in 72, we beat the Russians, but 3-2. Still celebrating, doing the bouncy all over the world. Glasgow Rangers, we're back where we belong. Lucia Vibrox, and we're still going strong. We wear our colours, the red, white and blue. We wear them proudly like blue noses do. We are together, doing the bouncy all over the world. The pride of Scotland, but that's nothing new. The pride of Glasgow, and Glasgow is blue. We are together, doing the bouncy all over the world. To be a blue nose, it fills us with pride. We are united, we'll never divide. We are together, doing the bouncy all over the world. Doing the bouncy all over the world. Doing the bouncy all over the world.